Welcome to the channel, folks. Mr. H here for my review of I Am Mother, the Netflix original film, which caught me by surprise, I must say. I watched this on Friday, and I've been trying to get round to doing my review for some time now, so apologies, it's somewhat delayed. From the top, we'll discuss non-spoilers, then we'll get into spoilers. I'll give you fair warning when we kind of touch on that. But it was a really good film, just straight from the outset. I really liked this film. I thought this was very well made, very competently put together. And I want to just classify this film under a few sort of pegs here. So, it's a Netflix original film. Is it a good Netflix original film? Yes. It's probably one of the better ones that they've made. I would go as far as to say, again, I've not watched all of the Netflix originals, but of the Netflix originals I've watched, this is probably one of the best. And it's a testament to the script, the cinematography, and then also the actors involved in this film. So, Clara Rugaard plays daughter, basically the last of the human population. She is being raised by a robot, which is portrayed by Rose Byrne, and then HILARY Swank is involved in the film as well. The trio are fantastic together. They are really good. And like I say, this is probably one of the better Netflix original films, probably one of the best that I have seen. Netflix as a streaming platform, and when they do their originals, they seem to excel when they go into the sci-fi genre. I really think they're on point when they are in that genre. They really are. And they also enlisted the help of Weta Workshop. Now, if anyone's familiar with if anyone's familiar with Neil Blomkamp films, you'll be familiar with Weta Workshop. They are probably one of the best effects studios out there. In my opinion, they really are one of the best out there. They are just top notch. And this film could almost be a Neil Blomkamp film. The aesthetics are somewhat similar. The undertones are somewhat similar. But a little bit better in terms of not so socio-political in your face. But I really liked this film. I thought this was fantastic. And a few things just really jump out to me from the outset was the cinematography is superb. Like, it really is. If you just step back from it being, you know, a movie which you're seeing on a streaming platform, the cinematography was fantastic. Really nicely composed. Really well lit. And the grading was just perfect. It was really rich colours, very clean. Everything just worked on screen. And also the choices of prop, set design, the choice of the robot design, everything just gelled together really well. And it looked like it, you know, like a real thing, like a post-apocalyptic world. This kind of installation that's been made where this robot is there tending to the repopulation of planet Earth. It worked. It worked really well. Now, the other reason why this is such a good film is the actors in it. Clara Rugaard does a fantastic job at being in awe, wonder, curious, a almost inept socializer, because of course she is the only one. She comes into contact with HILARY Swank further down the line. And there's a really good relationship between Clara, the character's name is Daughter, but we'll just call her Clara for now. Clara's character and the mother robot, played by Rose Byrne. Now, Rose Byrne, you might know from, well, believe it or not, things like Bridesmaids and X-Men. She's an actress that if you see her, you'll go, oh yeah, no, I recognise her. But by the voice, really good. Stellar voice actor. Really decent. I didn't hear that voice and go, that's Rose Byrne. Of course that's Rose Byrne. My God, why didn't I realise that? It doesn't disengage you from the film at all. Whereas I think if they got someone a bit more notable, with a bit more of an iconic voice, you really would have known. And it would have disengaged you a little bit from the film. So they did a great job in casting. HILARY Swank was actually good. It was good to see her back in stuff. You know, she's not really in a lot of things these days, and she did a really good job. She is... I won't say her acting was just out of this world or anything along those lines. She did well with what she was given and didn't detract from the film. So all in all, was good. The score was fantastic. Again, nicely composed. Not too in your face. It didn't just overpower the film, but it complemented it in a really nice way. Now, there's not overly much else to say okay? And we'll have to really kind of get into spoilers to get into the nitty-gritty of the film. But just, I would genuinely encourage you guys to watch this film. It was very well put together, very well made, and well edited as well. Like, the editing is something which you only notice realistically when it's really, really bad. But take a look at the scene transitions of this film. Take a look at the panning of cameras, framing, things like this, and you will see that this is a well-edited film. It is very, very well composed. So I have to just shout this film out. I was very, very impressed with it. Now, this is your spoiler warning. We're going to get into spoilers now, and I will discuss the ending pretty much straight away. So I'm going to give you a few seconds, and there'll be an ad placement here and all that kind of shit. So you can click off the video now, but we're going to get into spoilers. So that's your warning, and let's go. Now, this film, in terms of the flow and narrative and story, didn't go where I had hoped it would go. It didn't go where I thought it was going to go, but I didn't hate it for that. Now, if you've seen this film, you'll probably be, aware of what I'm talking about. I really didn't think it was going to kind of progress in the way that it was going to progress. But I liked the narrative that it was kind of putting out there. The ending, not so much. Not so much. Because it's... I just feel it wrapped itself up in a nice, neat little bow. Just a little bit too much. But then again, the fact that Mother went off and just murdered Hilary Swank's character, I quite liked. Because it wasn't too neat and tidy of a, a happy ending, so to speak. I really did enjoy the structure as it worked its way along. Building this deceit. Is it Hilary Swank's character that's lying? Is it Mother that's lying? Is it the fact that daughter just is, doesn't know, she's too inept? I felt it really did weave a very nice story, and the fact that we just didn't really know what was going on is a testament to the script. The script was very well written, and I liked that a lot. The fact that, this is kind of... I mean, look, we can compare this to like a Skynet situation. Mother, the robot, is the all-seeing AI that destroyed the world. But she destroyed it with the best of intentions. So it does play off of a very old trope of AI will overtake the world and destroy us all because it sees mankind as unfit. I mean, that's basically what it did. It's basically Skynet to a degree. But then it also goes that step further to say, well, the AI is so intelligent that it can then, raise children to be better and repopulate the planet to make it better. I quite liked that. I thought that was an interesting flip of a very old trope. It's not something which really has been explored that much. So I really quite liked that. I mean, there's the film Oblivion, which has something semi-similar-ish here and there, but it's not, the AI doesn't then go to repopulate the Earth. It's just that kind of, alien invasion AI sort of thing. Whereas this one is purely an AI, and then decide, after its destruction, total destruction of the planet Earth, then decides to repopulate it. And I liked that. I liked the fact that an AI, although does horrendous things, keeps to the main conviction behind doing those horrible things. The preservation of the planet. And then in turn wants to preserve the planet by repopulating it. I liked that, and it's not something which is, it's not explored very often. But when you start to think about it, it makes sense, and it should be explored a little bit more often, because I think, from a narrative perspective, it actually makes an awful lot of sense. Now, Weta Workshop was just staggering in this. They prove themselves to be the best, the absolute best in the business, and this is no exception. They are really, really good. I really liked the way Mother ran, because it was effortless, but charged and heavy, weighty, and just with such power, but was portrayed on the screen in such an effortless fashion. Again, really immersed me into the world of what the AI would actually be like and how these robots would actually run. I liked it. The twist ending, again, it came as a bit of a surprise. It didn't go where I thought it was going to go, and I liked it. I wouldn't say I loved it, but I liked the ending. So I'll hand it on over to you guys. What do you think of this film? Have you seen it? And if not, are you going to go and watch it? If you're new here, please do hit that subscribe button. You can stay up to date on my daily dose of pop culture and movie news all in one place. It's a show that I call the Wrap Up. And then also you can stay up to date on the highlight videos that I produce from that show. Anyway guys, like I said, leave all your thoughts down below. I've been Mr. H. Take care.